Hello everyone, allow me to introduce myself. I'm Count Silver, and today we are back with more Corpse Factory. Last time we played, Tomoe found out that we are actually Corpse Girl. Big reveal. And she was the one that actually requested the death of one of the execs that works at the company they work for. And that had some unforeseen circumstances that led to some interesting things that happened. That's where we left off last time. Let's go ahead and get started today. I gotta say, I love how we basically just walked to the office the next day like nothing happened, referring to what happened prior on the last part that we did. So I'm interested to see where Noriko takes this, because she was about to pass out at the train station. Another morning fueled by coffee. Once again, I didn't manage to get much sleep last night. I want to say it's not my fault, but I know that's not entirely true. The grisly visage of all those slain people on the train platform was burned into my mind's eye. Dang, she just opened up her third eye. She's just like, I see it permanently. Every time I started to drift off to sleep, a splash of blood or a flick of gore would appear in my thoughts, and I would snap awake again. And the sight of Katomi Ida with a knife sticking out of her neck made me shiver more than a few times. Nevertheless, I'm here now, at the office as usual. I'm surprised it would even make her shiver. She probably enjoyed it, that's what I thought. Witnessing violence on that level, in person, was a different experience than I expected it to be. However, it has helped steel my resolve. I'll need to desensitize myself to that kind of carnage if I'm going to continue with Corpse Girl's ambitions. Yeah, especially if you're starting to deal with real corpse bodies. I set down the second empty can of coffee on my desk and leaned back in my chair. I catch a glimpse of Tomoe tapping away on her keyboard, completely oblivious to what went down last night. I mean, we could tell her, because for one, she was the one that requested the death, and two, she already knows what's going on, so you might as well go ahead and spill the beans. There was a news broadcast regarding the event, of course, but the finer details of what occurred had been kept under wraps. It'll probably take the police and the media a little more time to get the story straight. It's not often that a mass killing spree takes over the news, and whether or not the identities of those involved will be revealed is beyond me. For now, I'll assume that Tomoe is in the dark about the event. I don't take her as the kind of girl to be up to date on current events. I mean, she might have been keeping a special eye on it because of what she requested. Even if she did hear about the stabbings, she couldn't possibly know that Katomi was the culprit. I should probably fill her in later, though. She'll want to know that Corpse Girl claimed her victim, even if it was in a kind of roundabout way. I stretched my arms above my head, let out a big sigh, and proceed to crack open a third can of coffee before getting back to work. He's just slamming them things back. Today.
You got a minute?
I assume it is because she stayed up so late last night, being silly.
Check, yeah. I wanted to speak to you anyway.
Why'd you be like, I know it was yeah.
Oh, okay.
With the stabbings.
You go first. For sure. Well, I wanted to thank you for killing Kotomi Ida. I don't know how you did it, but thanks.
Aye, Captain.
Huh? How did you know she died? Oh, come on. She didn't come in today, right? And there was that brutal stabbing incident over at the station last night.
I told you.
It don't take a genius to put 3 and 3 together.
I mean, I guess you're correct, Tomoe.
That shit went down so close to here, where we spend so much of our time. Chances were good that it affects someone you know.
I don't think that Noriko gives Tomoe enough credit for what she does know. I shake my head at her logic. This city is home to more people than you could count. I don't know how she came to the conclusion, but the fact that she's already correct just blows my mind. I mean, sometimes you just gotta use your deduction skills, and she used them to a T.
Well, yeah. I guess that's it then.
Well, actually...
I'm thankful. For serious. Yeah, Corpse Girl really did me and Shinya solid.
Of course, girl, you know I got your back.
If there's ever anything you need, like, no matter how dirty, then count me in. I owe you.
Yeah, let's go.
Thanks. I'll keep that in mind. Sure. So, like, what'd you want to say to me?
That's pretty much it.
Oh, I was going to tell you that Kotomi is dead. you to it, Skank.
Damn you. I wanted to be the one to tell you.
But I got a question or two. How'd you get someone to go on a killing spree and take Kotomi out along with the others?
Well, it wasn't somebody, it was her.
I mean, it wasn't you going around stabbing people, was it?
No, of course not.
Oh?
Oh?
It kind of happened outside my control. I sent Kotomi a photo of her corpse, just like Corpse Girl's standard mode of operation. And I gave her the instructions to kill someone, if she didn't want the circumstances of the photo to come true.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I know, it was pretty twisted, even more so than you would think.
She kinda ran with it, I guess. Seems like she took out 4 people before someone fought back and stabbed her.
Oh, Noriko, calm down.
I think I'm in love with her, to be honest.
Look at this face, and then look at this face. It says it all.
You weird slut! That's horrible!
Never mind, she's into it.
What can I say? She went above and beyond.
Still, thanks. Really. Shinya will be stoked.
These people can't be real. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. These people cannot be real people. No real person says stuff like that.
That's okay. I'm just doing Corpse Girl's job. Where is Shinya, anyway?
Oh, he was in earlier. Went home a bit early because he wasn't feeling well. Think it was just because he was dreading running into Kotomi, but...
Are we sure that's why it was? Because theoretically, we should be good now. Maybe we even put him into deeper shit. Who knows?
Well, he'll sort himself out soon enough.
That's the spirit.
You know, Noriko, you've changed a lot.
Has she? Because she's still kind of deranged.
I have?
Toads. I mean, I know you act different around me now that we're friends, but it's more than that. You look, I don't know, kind of better? Healthy or something?
She did say that she was eating more, which is good.
Oh. I didn't know about that.
Serious, though. I don't know. Maybe I just see it different now that I know who you really are.
Maybe.
Anyway, I'm gonna get going. You wanna grab a bite or something?
Not today, sorry. Maybe another time?
Sure thing. Right. See you, Skank!
Later, slut. Tomoe slaps my shoulder affectionately and takes off toward this train station. If I remember correctly, she did say that she'd be happy to help me out in the future, no matter how dirty the work is. I'll definitely have to take her up on that offer if the need arises. Another interesting thought crosses my mind. Tomoe seemed kind of surprised that I managed to manipulate Kotomi into going on a killing spree. To be honest, I'm also amazed I managed to pull that off. Which gets me thinking, would it be possible to manipulate more people in the future? After all, I came out of last night's ordeal with 500,000 yen in cash and a bunch of bodies claimed in Corpse Girl's name. It's a fascinating prospect. There might be something to this. If I can successfully pull the right strings, Corpse Girl's ultimate ambition might be fulfilled sooner than I thought. What is the ultimate goal, though? I don't think we've gotten there yet. What is the ultimate goal? What is the end all to all of this? To me personally, it's Noriko getting caught at the end of the day. That's what it feels like, because she keeps trying to get caught. I continue to dwell on the unlimited possibilities as I make my way to the station. Because what are you doing today that makes you so busy? You should have grabbed a bite with Tomoe for real. Standing on the train platform, and thankfully not the same one from last night, which has been temporarily closed, I stare into space, completely lost in thought. I start to wonder how Kojiro is getting on with finding us a suitable location. As I fantasize about having an abandoned warehouse or factory to call our own, my phone cries out desperately for attention. I retrieve it from my handbag and glance at the screen. Kojiro is requesting a noise voice chat. I absentmindedly wonder if he read my mind and knew I was thinking about him as I answered the call. It is kind of strange that was just, very coincidental that you were thinking about him and now he just calls you all of a sudden.
Want to see the place?
No greeting, huh?
Sauce. Hi. Want to see the place?
Say it one more time, Kojiro, I swear.
What if I'm busy right now?
Ah, sauce.
Oh, I hate you. Oh, Kojiro, oh, I hate you so much. My least favorite character. And it's all because of this vocabulary. Oh my god, I hate him.
No.
If anyone talked like this in real life, I would punch them in the throat.
Right? Wanna see
Violence
the
and
place?
all. I rolled my eyes and decided to just go along with it. After all, I am dying to move ahead and see what kind of location he has secured for our work.
Yep. Where is it?
Bad. Shin Okubo, behind K-Town.
I can't take him seriously.
An abandoned factory. Just what you wanted.
Shin Okubo. That's suspiciously convenient.
Why?
I work in Shinjuku. It's just one station away on my train line.
Interesting.
Okay, I'm heading there now. You in?
I'm in. How do I get to the factory from the station?
Exit the station to Okubodori. That's K-Town proper. I'll message you the full address.
I'm gonna sit here and pretend like I know what they're talking about.
Okay, got it. Just head through Koreatown. I'll be there soon.
Mad. Bye.
Kojiro, shut up. Kojiro ends the call and I immediately receive a message with the factory's address. Seems easy enough to get to. I feel a bit nervous about going there. It's a new place, and it's located in a town I don't normally travel to. But for some reason I feel energetic. I actually feel enthusiased about it. Enthused? Not enthusiastic, what's wrong with me? Maybe it's because I haven't been hidden away at home all day. But Jesus. Maybe it's because I haven't been hidden away at home all day. I've been at work, around other people. Perhaps that helps me acclimate to the concept of going somewhere new. And the chances of someone sneaking up behind me and strangling me in broad daylight are pretty slim, I think. As I put my phone away, the train pulls up to the platform. The same train that was going to take me home will take me to Shin Okubo. It's the very next stop from here. I'm a little wary of how convenient this is turning out to be. Could be Kojiro is luring me into a trap, but I don't know. I think he genuinely wants to be involved with Corpse Girl's work. I board the train and stand by the doors, ready to disembark at the next station. I gotta say, I don't know if it bothers everyone else as much as it bothers me, but whenever he uses his vocabulary words, Kojiro, it does bother me quite badly, and I don't know why. Also, this looks suspicious, I gotta say. Look at that giant padlock in the middle of the door. Here, circle my mouse here. I forget you guys can see my mouse. This right here, this is terrible. Like this is a huge lock. I don't know, it's interesting. The abandoned factory is almost exactly how I imagined it would be. Tall, broad, what is wrong with me? Foreboding, eroded and worn down, with brick walls and steel sheeting covered with thick layers of black exhaust. Gigantic metal pipes protrude from within and warp around the exterior. Why am I having such a hard time saying these words? Only to re-enter through the vents here and there. A series of ventilation shafts and chimneys line the roof, but they don't release even a single puff of smoke. This place has been shut down for a long time. The front entrance is located at the rear of a small parking lot. It's a simple steel door that has been chained up and padlocked. Further along the side of the building is the loading dock, an expanse of asphalt that leads to a concrete path and a giant roller door. In the dock sits a derelict van covered in a brown tarpaulin.
This place is amazing.
You haven't seen inside yet.
I glance towards the steel door, securely chained shut, and wonder if anyone has entered within the last decade. If Kojiro has checked out the inside, then he did well covering his tracks.
How do we get in?
Around here.
I follow his lead as we walk towards the corner of the building. A steel railing bars our path, but he swiftly hurdles over it and continues down the side of the factory. I take a minute to climb the railing, making sure not to twist an ankle as I stick the landing on the other side.
Through here.
Kojiro points to an open window. Thankfully, there seems to be enough of a gap for someone as large as Kojiro to slip through. I shouldn't have an issue getting in either, despite my thin, heavy-set frame. Those two words do not go together. Thin and heavy-set? He slides in first and I quickly follow. Sheesh, man, this is nice. You got a forklift still in here? Come on now. And with that, I found myself inside the factory. The place is huge. It's an open plan design and it's pretty much empty. A few stray pieces of odd machinery line one wall. A small forklift, a pallet jack, and a bunch of buckets and mops catch my attention. All of this could be useful for our little operation. A number of iron workbenches are piled up in a stack. They look heavy and rusted, but they would probably make good tables for resting corpses on. Aside from those miscellaneous items, the factory is essentially bare. The concrete floor is in bad shape, cracked and worn from probably 50 years of use. The thick brick walls are scorched in some places and dented in others. Still.
It's perfect.
Yeah, I mean, it's secluded, it's out of the way. I don't think people are gonna just come in here rummaging around. The only thing I'd be worried about, again, would be the smell. Which, I guess with Kojiro, we wouldn't have to worry about that since he, works in a morgue. He probably knows about embalmment and stuff like that. So, maybe not.
Thanks. Figured you'd approve.
Wow, that's like the first, real, one-worded thing that he said that actually is not bad.
How did you know about this place?
Without him shorthanding it. Kojiro doesn't answer immediately. His eyes turn to the stupendously high ceiling, with its array of glass sunlights beaming light down upon us. After a minute, he turns back to me.
Dad used to work here.
Oh, your dad used to work here. Oh. His dad?
What did he do here?
This place used to manufacture steel fencing, chain link fences, barbed wire, chicken mesh, that kind of thing.
Huh, I see.
A lot of that is imported now. There's still an industry here, but Dad couldn't compete. Went out of business maybe a dozen years ago. Died about a month later.
Oh, man.
He died?
That's how it goes.
I'm sorry.
Noriko, you should be killing people left and right who probably have families, and you're out here, oh, I'm sorry. Shut up.
We weren't close. Well, could have been closer.
So, how come no one else bought the factory?
Look around. It's a dump. Who'd want it? Cost a fortune to fix or rebuild. Wonder if it was waiting for us.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. I wonder.
Noriko is so uncomfortable now. It definitely all seems too good to be true, but this is the real deal. This is our factory now. Our corpse factory, if you will.
Going half on this, right?
Right.
Okay. Good. Welcome home then. Or something.
Close enough.
Let's work well together.
Roger that.
I've entered an unlikely partnership with Kojiro. We've obtained a base of operations, safe from prying eyes. The next step is to fill this factory with corpses and carry on with Corpse Girl's grand scheme. What is the grand scheme? I still don't know.
Thanks for accompanying me home.
No problem.
I'll let that one slide.
Should I come upstairs?
No.
No, I don't think that's necessary.
Okay. By the way, when are we starting work?
When we get a request, dummy.
Well, as soon as as soon as Corpse Girl receives another request for a death, we can start on it.
Oh, no grand heist from the morgue first?
Think about it. It's important that the cadavers I use match the details of my victims.
Exactly. Come on, Kojiro. You gotta think, bro. What are you doing?
I won't know what kind of cadaver to use until I receive a photo of the victim.
Guess that makes sense. What's the big plan anyway? How do we lift corpses from the morgue?
I had a feeling he would ask about this sooner or later. I did tell him that I had a perfect idea after all.
I imagine the biggest issue is writing off the bodies, so to speak. If a cadaver goes missing or is unaccounted for, there will be an investigation. Am I right?
I was gonna say, like, what if this person has a family who wants to keep, like, the body, and then you're like, well, we lost it.
Guess so.
We need to be able to take the bodies away from the morgue without anyone ever knowing they're gone. So, the solution is simple. We only take the cadavers that are due to be cremated.
But that cuts down your inventory by a lot. I feel bad for calling them inventory, but it's what it is for them.
Okay, wise guy. A delivery company picks up the cremains nearly every day.
Huh? Cremains?
That's what the ashes are called.
Oh, right.
Of course.
So what do we hand over? Empty canisters?
Just like, this is gonna sound terrible. Like, you shouldn't be doing this. But I don't know, like, maybe... this is gonna sound so dumb. And people are gonna be like, no, you're wrong because of this. But, like, maybe, like, dead animals? Maybe cremate some dead animals?
It's simple. Fake ashes.
That's what I was gonna say. I mean, it's what essentially what I was getting at.
Yeah, right. Fake ashes. Like I just have those lying around.
Kojiro stops mid-sentence and stares straight at me.
Huh. Might be onto something.
Exactly.
Don't tell me you do have those lying around.
Not fake ashes. Real cremains.
Where? Where do you keep all this stuff?
Bodies are cremated every day. Wouldn't be hard to take a bit off the top.
Huh?
Just recycling ashes?
Probably get away with like a quarter?
I'm confused. What are you talking about?
Sauce.
I wish you'd shut up.
Every time someone gets cremated, I'll collect a quarter of the ashes. Store them, put them aside. Won't take long to fill up a whole canister.
Let me see if I follow you. You gather up a little bit of ash from every cadaver that gets cremated. Whenever we want to hoist a body from the morgue, we use the previously gathered ashes to fill a canister. We slap a label on it that says, "These are the remains of so-and-so."
Congratulations, Noriko, you pieced that one together.
Then we take so-and-so out of the morgue. We record that their body has been cremated, when in reality, it's been snatched from the morgue.
Round of applause for Noriko.
I imagine the canister of ashes just gets picked up with all the others going out on the same day.
Pretty much. We also put a token in the canister.
A token?
A token?
I'm confused about that
A
one.
dog tag has the cadaver's serial number engraved on it.
We have serial numbers?
Normally attached to the body before cremation. They don't burn. Lets the cremains be identified later.
Huh, I see. Can we get our hands on those tokens?
Sure. The bodies we're lifting from the morgue are due for cremation anyway. I can get the tokens engraved without a hitch. Proper serial numbers and all.
Okay, good. This is getting complicated, though. There's quite a bit we have to remember to do.
Don't worry. I'll take you through it when we need to. Most importantly, I'll need to start gathering portions of cremains. Need to have those collected in advance.
Yeah. Thanks. Really.
No props.
Okay, I'll let you get by with it the first time. You better watch your mouth.
But big question remains.
What's that?
How do we move cadavers out of the morgue?
Delivery service?
Ever tried lifting a stiff?
I have not, but I can imagine it's pretty heavy.
Not easy. And you're no bodybuilder. No offense.
Exactly.
None taken?
Look, security in the joint is minimal. I'm there alone like 90% of the time. We don't have to worry too much about getting busted. As long as we cover our tracks, of course, and only take cadavers we've written off, as you put it. Bodies nobody will come looking for.
Hang on. Are there security cameras, alarm systems, anything like that?
Don't think so. Plenty in the hospital proper, though.
Don't think so. That's like a half answer, like you don't even know.
That's fine. As long as the morgue is clear.
Still, answer my question. How do we move the bodies?
You let me figure that one out.
You got a hearse? A truck?
No, but Surely we could get something. What about a small van?
You got a license?
No.
No. Oh, my plan is gonna fall apart because I don't have a driver's license.
Need a driver's license. And not just that, needs to be suitable for a van. A medium vehicle license, I think.
Oh. I don't have a license, but surely driving a van can't be that hard, right? We could just rent a van and wing it.
And what are you gonna do when they pull you over and they're like, excuse me, you're driving recklessly. Do you have a license? And then you don't have a license, and then they find the bodies in the back of your van. Dumb.
Uh-huh. Can't even rent one without a license.
And you can't even rent one without a license.
Okay then. Do you have the right license?
Let me guess, 34, no license.
Don't look at me. Never driven a vehicle in my life.
That is a big surprise.
Yeah, me neither.
Great. So this is a bust.
I put my head in my hands. We got so far. We secured a factory, planned out our heist, and
Hang on.
I was gonna say that she's so dumb. I whipped my phone out of my bag and skimmed through my noise contacts. I'd prefer to text than call, but I'm too impatient right now to wait for a response. I start a God help me. I start a voice chat request and wait for the recipient to answer.
Hey, Skank, what up?
I figured she wouldn't know how to drive. I don't know why, but I trust her with a license.
Tomoe, hey, you got a sec?
Sure.
Do you have a driver's license?
Yep. No car, though.
Okay, what kind of vehicle is your license good for?
Please tell me she can drive 18-wheelers.
Like cars and scooters.
Not vans?
I mean, I don't think so.
I curse under my breath.
Yo, what's the problem? You need a lift or something?
Not quite. I need to, pick something up.
Oh, something big? That why you need a van?
Yeah?
I don't know if there's anything I can do about that. I can't even rent a van with my license.
You can't drive one either.
Yeah, I know.
I shoot a deathly glance at Kojiro and he just shrugs, a look of I told you so on his face.
I mean, if you're desperate, you could just buy a van.
I mean, that is true. You can't rent without a license, but no one said you couldn't buy.
Huh? I see secondhand vans listed for sale all the time. Check out the noise marketplace and the classifieds pages.
Yeah, and then we can just use the 500,000 that we got from what's her name to pay for it.
No one will
Easy.
check for a license on a private sale. It's just one chump selling a van to another chump.
Call me a chump then.
Holy shit. You're right. You're a genius.
Well, I don't know about that.
Damn, she doesn't even want to call herself one.
Thank you. Oh, by the way, you wouldn't object to a driving gig, would you?
This just sounds shady. Eh.
I do owe you one, I suppose. You want me to drive a van, though? If I get busted on my license, I'll go to prison.
You won't go to prison. It'll be a fine at most, I think.
Yeah, until they find out what's in the back of your van. I look at Kojiro and he gives me another shrug.
Look, if you get a fine, I'll pay for it. That cool?
Yeah, what the hell? What are the chances of getting busted anyway, right?
Hi.
Can you text me the deets or whatever? The address and stuff? Shinny just got to my place, so I gotta get the door.
Okay, will do. Thanks, Tomoe.
Sure. Later, slut.
Thanks, bitch. I end the call and feel a wave of excitement flooding through me.
You get all that?
More or less. You girls sure are loud.
Sorry. So,
Sorry.
I need you to do me a favor.
Buy a van, right?
Yeah, you're a big, strong man. You won't get ripped off. I'm just a poor little girl.
Excuse me?
Cut it out. I'll do it. But you got the money?
As a matter of fact.
I finally remember swindling a cool 500,000 yen from Katomi Ida just this week.
We've got a 500,000 budget. Will that do?
Maybe. Can't get you anything modern, but
We don't need modern.
I'm sure it's enough.
Great. You think you can get something tomorrow?
I'll try. The noise marketplace, right?
That's right.
Well, no promises. I'll do my best.
Thank you. Really.
Yeah. Okay, I'm heading off. Unless you actually do want me to come upstairs.
Good night, Kojiro.
No.
Roger that. See you tomorrow. Probably.
Kojiro turns with little more than a wave, exits the building, and crosses the street. I quickly ascend the stairs with a slight spring in my step. They're dumb. They're all dumb. I feel like for anyone looking out from like the outside in, you're just looking at this and you're like, this couldn't be worse. It can't get possibly worse than this. I'm more eager than usual to get the day started. When I get out of bed, I take my medication, just like usual. I've been good at keeping up with it lately, sticking to my newfound convictions. One thing that I do want to point out is that we're still in Act 1. And there's like 3 acts to this. And I was going to be like, man, I got to be getting close. Let me just like ball out today and get it done. But they do really drag it along with Act 1. But I guess it's like the setup, right? Is Act 1. I washed down the tablets with a glass of water. After getting dressed, I put on my makeup. The same morning routine, same movements, the same actions. But I feel good today. I'm not dragging my feet. I'm happy that things are moving forward, both for me and Corpse Girl. As I'm packing my handbag, I receive a call from Aoi. We hadn't heard from her in like 10 parts, it feels like. Aoi, I haven't spoken to her for a little while. In fact, the last time we spoke, I think it was way back when she didn't come into the office for her first day of work. That was nearly 2 weeks ago. Shit, I nearly dropped the ball. I'm supposed to be trying to look after her, but I've been so caught up with my own crap. In addition, I've been actively trying to put her out of my mind in order to get over my feelings for her. I mean, realistically, I think you did the thing you were supposed to do. She said she didn't want you to bother her, so I mean, you know, hats off to you. But now I feel like I've just neglected the poor girl at a time when she needs me the most. I hurriedly answered the call, too guilty to keep her waiting any longer. No, I feel like you did the right thing. She'll probably be appreciative.
Aoi! Hey! Noriko? I'm so glad you called. I've been a terrible friend. I haven't kept in touch with you. No, it's okay. Really. I've been busy. I should have called you earlier. Seriously, I'm sorry. It's okay.
Busy with what?
Did you want to talk to me about something? Yes. Well, I think so. Please, you can talk to me about anything. I'm Noriko, remember?
Are you? Are you Noriko? Are we sure?
Yes, that's true. So, I wanted to ask, have you ever heard of something called Corpse Girl's website?
Oh man. Aoi knows about Corpse Girl?
Yeah, I've heard rumors. Really? Wow. So, does it really exist? Apparently, yeah. I couldn't find any solid information about it. What is it? Well...
How do I explain this to her? Should I explain this to her? I mean, fuck it, you might as well. Aoi's so sweet and innocent. Does she need to know about a website designed to conjure the omnipresent specter of death?
It's all just hearsay. I wouldn't take it too seriously. But I want to know. Well, people say that you can use the site to request somebody's death. Requested death? But how? How does it work?
Ah, you know, you do a little goof in here, you do a little little gaff in there, and you know, some people end up dead.
Really, I don't know. I've heard that the victim receives a photo of their own corpse. The photo is supposedly sent from the future. Whoa. Really? That sounds like something from a manga.
A manga. Yeah, it really sounds like something out of like, it's like some bootleg Death Note.
Yeah, suppose it does. Have you ever used the website?
After she just said, I really don't know how it works from what I've heard.
Of course not, silly. What kind of person do you think I am?
If we're being real, like, she looks like the type that would use it.
Sorry.
I think she knows that too. Aoi knows
Why are
that.
you so excited about this anyway? Oh, no reason.
Nah, you didn't just call me up.
I just like weird stuff like this. You do? I never knew that. You don't know everything about me, Miss Noriko.
Miss Noriko, who do you think you're talking to? Even through the phone, I can sense that Aoi is in a happier mood than usual. Her cheery voice gives me a sense of nostalgia, and I think back to the time we spent together in school.
Don't go using the site, okay? It's not good to mess with crap like that. Don't worry. I wouldn't use something so scary.
I wouldn't be so sure.
I just heard about it and, well, I got kind of curious is all. Alright. By the way, how is everything? Are you still working at the maid cafe? Yeah. And that customer of yours? He's
A family member.
around. You're not in trouble, are you? No.
A light suddenly switches in on my mind, and I realize why Aoi was asking about Corpse Girl's website.
Aoi, you're not thinking about requesting that guy's death, are you? Aoi, you told me that you didn't even want to get the police involved. Now you want him dead? It's not what you think, okay? If he dies, it won't be because of me, right?
Hmm.
The rest of my family won't know I was involved. They won't disown me or think less of me.
I mean, that's exactly what I was thinking about anyway when she was talking about using it.
Aoi. Look, I'm not going to go ahead with it, okay? Besides, you don't even believe the site works. So...
I feel terrible for Aoi. Part of me wants to scream for her to do it, to request that asshole's death and let me or Corpse Girl take care of him. But part of me knows that she can't handle it. She would be crushed with guilt if he really did die. She's delicate and emotional. Being responsible for the death of another human being, a family member at that, would devastate her. Noriko keeps saying these things about Aoi, like it's like a given. Like she's like, oh, if she's so delicate and emotional, if she were to do this, she would feel terrible about it. How do you know? How do you really know?
Aoi, my best advice for you is to go to the police. Don't mess with requesting his death. Okay, I gotta go now.
She's not doing that. I can see her pouting face in my mind. The face she makes when she doesn't get something she wants. She's not a childish person, but her disappointment is often evident in her expressions.
I'll speak to you soon, okay? Okay, bye.
She ends the call and I heave a sigh. I get the nagging feeling that she's going to do something rash, but really, can I blame her? That guy, whoever he is, has been harassing her for so long. It's only natural she'd be at her wit's end. If she makes the request, I'll take care of him. And if the guilt eats away at her, I'll be there to comfort her. It's the least I can do as her friend, Noriko. It's the least I can do as Corpse Girl. As I resume getting ready for work, I can't help but replay the conversation in my head. Aoi definitely seems excited about the prospect of Corpse Girl's website being the real deal. Excited, eager, filled with anticipation. That same dizzying feeling I get whenever I'm waiting for a victim's death. Waiting for a victim's death. And then it hits me. I immediately realize why Aoi was so excited, why she called me in an uncharacteristically talkative mood. She wanted my opinion on Corpse Girl's operation. She wanted affirmation, confirmation. She wanted reassurance that her victim really is going to perish. She doesn't know that I'm Corpse Girl. She simply wanted an acknowledgeable friend to confirm if the rumors were true. Because she's already submitted her victim's photo to the website. She can't wait to find out if he's going to die. Throwing my hand back to the floor, I grab my laptop from the bed. It's right where I left it before falling asleep last night. I boot it up and log into Corpse Girl's website. The little blinking notification that I dream about seeing greets me. 3 new requests?
3 new requests?
Good lord, you're getting busy.
How?
I can't believe what I'm seeing. I quickly queue up the photos to download. Oh, this is okay. Now, if we all remember from the very first episode when we played this game, when we started playing this game, all 3 of these girls work together. And let's just say we are very familiar with the one in the middle. After a few seconds, they all open up, and I flick through them with a dumbfounded expression plastered across my face. They're all female, so that rules out the theory that Aoi has requested the death of the guy harassing her. I suppose she really was just excited about the prospect of the website, but hadn't actually gone through with anything yet. But what really surprises me about the new request is that I recognize one of the young women, yet another person I'm familiar with. Out of all the people in the world, what are the chances of knowing multiple people requested through the website? The girl is Emi Kasuno, if I remember correctly. She went to senior high school with Aoi, Shinya, and myself. I never liked her much. In fact, she was somewhat of a bully toward me. Nothing more than name-calling, but in my mind, that's as bad as anything gets. Excuse me, I had to sneeze. It's not hard to imagine someone wanting her dead. The other 2 victims are strangers to me. A ditzy-looking airhead with pink hair, and a worn-out, strained woman who could be anywhere from 20 to 40. To get 3 requests all at once is remarkable. How am I going to work through all these? It's a shame that my operation with Kojiro isn't fully set up yet. It would be fantastic to go all out on these requests, secure some corpses, and take some truly convincing photos. Well, there's no use stressing over that. The best thing I can do is simply get to work on forging some photos. In fact, maybe I'll skip work today so I can dedicate the time to crafting these photos. It's Friday after all. It's pretty much the weekend. No one will care if I don't show up at the office. I nod to myself as if convincing my own mind that I'm making the right choice. I load up the database of the deceased. I think personally that was a bad idea. I don't know. I think that's a very bad idea. You're really getting yourself caught doing this kind of stuff. But also, it's interesting because when we first started the game, it was like 3 weeks. When we went, like, I guess back in time, it was 3 weeks prior. And we're pretty much on 3 weeks now. We're getting close to it. So I think we're getting really close to, like, catching up with where we started at. Or where the game started, at least, in the timeline. So, I'm excited to get there. I think I am going to stop there for today. I think Act 1 will end once we finish up with what we're doing now with these girls here. It's an exciting prospect, truly. Act 1 has gone on way longer than I thought it was. This game is pretty long. I didn't expect it to be this long at all. But, you know, it's been enjoyable. I've been enjoying the mystery of the mystery of it all. And figuring out what's really going on. And what is Corpse Girl's grand scheme? What is the end-all be-all of all of this? Because she seems like she has something in mind, but she hasn't explicitly said it yet. So, I'm going to be excited to really explore that further as well. But with that being said, guys, thank you guys for being here. Thank you so much for watching. As always, you guys know I love and appreciate you. I will see you guys on the next part that we play. And it'll be coming out soon, so look forward to that. And as always, this has been Obediently Yours, Count Silver, signing off.